For many, moving abroad isn't just a career decision, it's an aspiration, a status symbol, and a mark of success. The idea of living in a foreign land, earning in dollars, and experiencing a different culture sounds thrilling, but is it really worth it? In this video, we'll break down the pros and cons of earning in India versus moving abroad so you can decide what works best for you. Number 1, better lifestyle and higher earnings. Let's be real. Most people want to move abroad for a better life and bigger paycheck. In many countries, even mid-level jobs pay more than high-skilled jobs in India. And yes, I know you will say the expense ratio is also comparatively higher. We will talk about that in the later part of this video. Plus, you also get access to better infrastructure, safety, and work-life balance. If you are a student, you can even get easily part-time jobs or work under professor to supplement your education and living expenses. 2. Lower taxes and better savings. Taxes in some countries are significantly lower than in India. For example, UAE has no income taxes, while Singapore has a progressive tax system that's much higher than India's. And here's some perspective. Saving 1 lakh in India is way tougher than saving $1,200 in the US, which is roughly the same amount in dollars. Higher salaries combined with structural tax benefits equals more savings. This makes jobs in foreign national a lot more lucrative. 3. Travel the world. If you love traveling, living abroad makes it so much more easier and cheaper. Think about it. When you are in India, a trip to Europe or the US means months of planning, visa applications, and big budget. But if you're already in a developed country, international travel becomes way more affordable and accessible. To top it off, many developed countries have stronger currencies, so traveling feels cheaper as well. Plus, you get access to budget airlines, visa-free travel, of course depending on your residency status, and travel perks that makes exploring so much more convenient. 4. Personal growth and global exposure. Living abroad is like stepping into an advanced level of self-improvement course. It challenges you, forces you to adapt, and shapes your personality in ways you never imagined. From handling finances to managing daily chores, and you learn how to survive on your own. No more relying on family support systems like we often do in India. This makes you truly independent. You also develop better communication skills. When you interact with people from different backgrounds, your social skills obviously improve. You learn how to hold your conversations, be more articulate, and maybe even pick up new languages. Working abroad also teaches you professional etiquette and cultural sensitivity. You learn the global norms, punctuality, workplace communications, and personal space. You build resilience and problem-solving skills. Cultural differences, loneliness, or even things like visas, taxes, healthcare, they can be tough, but they also make you mentally stronger. Most importantly, the exposure you get abroad broadens your thinking. You see beyond textbooks, understand different worldviews, economies, and lifestyles in a way it's an education no degree can provide. Number 5, career and financial growth. This is a big one. While India is booming in many sectors, developed countries still offer some undeniable advantages. For one, higher salaries and stronger currencies. If you're in fields like tech, finance, healthcare, or even engineering, moving abroad can skyrocket your earnings. A software engineer earning 15 to 20 lakhs per year in India could easily earn 1 crore in the US. A nurse earning 4 to 6 lakhs per year in India could make 40 to 50 lakhs in Canada or Australia. And since you're earning in a stronger currency, your savings and investments grow much faster. On top of that, you get better career opportunities. Top companies like Google, Microsoft, Tesla, Goldman Sachs give you exposure for cutting-edge tech, global mentorship, and international networking. And here's the kicker. Unlike India, where salaries are often tied to seniority, in many Western countries, it's about skills and performance. So, you can grow faster in your career. Plus, with a high-paying job abroad, you can save for retirement, invest globally, and support family back easily. For many Indians, working abroad for 5 to 10 years helps build wealth that could take decades to do so in India. Some even return later, start business, or even invest in properties using their savings. But, not everything that glitters is gold. Let's now talk about the cons of moving abroad. Number 1. the cultural shock is real. No matter how much you prepare, the sense of familiarity is actually missing. The food, the festivals, even the way people socialize, everything is different. Indian foods abroad is expensive and homemade meals don't always hit the same. Finding ingredients is a hassle. Socializing also feels more structured. In India, friendships happen organically. Neighbors feel like family. Abroad, it can feel a bit more lonely. Some people easily adapt, others feel like an outsider. So always ask this question, am I ready for this change? 2. Healthcare is expensive. Yes, developed countries have great medical systems, but they are not at all cheap. In places like the US, a basic doctor visit can cost hundreds of dollars. Without insurance, a hospital can be crippling. Even scans can come with long waiting periods. In contrast, India has affordable and quality medical care, walk-ins, minimal cost, and fast results. That's why medical tourism is booming here. India actually ranks among top 10 global destinations for affordable, high-quality healthcare. 3. The cost of studying abroad. Thinking of studying first and then working abroad? Well, be ready to spend 40 to 70 lakhs for a degree. Unless you get a scholarship, you will need a huge education loan and it could take years, maybe even a decade to break even. Sometimes the ROI just doesn't make sense. Many students struggle with debt before they even start earning well. 4. Fewer job opportunities. Now, gone are the days when getting a job abroad was easy. Now, many developed economies are growing slower and industries are saturated. Jobs that were easily available 10 to 15 years ago, not anymore. Companies prefer hiring locals, immigration rules are getting stricter, AI and automation are replacing roles. Meanwhile, India is a growing economy with new sectors booming every year. 5. Expectation versus reality. Many Indians go abroad expecting to land high paying jobs, but the reality, a lot of them start with blue collar works, delivery, restaurants, grocery stores, so on and so forth. Why? Local employers prefer local experience. Licensing requirements are different, and without local experience, you start low. For some, it's a stepping stone. For others, it's a harsh disappointment that comes with financial and emotional stress. 6. Housing crisis and cost of living. Living abroad is expensive, especially rent. Students in the US, Europe, Australia spend nearly 40% of expenses on housing. Campus accommodation is limited, only about 10% get it. The rest have to find overpriced apartments in high demand. Even working professionals share cramped flats to manage rent. Number 7, purchasing power parity. The salary illusion. A 6 lakh salary in India feels good. Now imagine earning £50,000 in London. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the catch. Once you factor in taxes, rent, and daily expenses, your purchasing power drops drastically. That 50,000 salary might actually feel like only 15 to 18 lakhs in India, not 52 lakhs. So yes, you earn more abroad, but in reality you also spend a lot more. So the $1,000,000 question, should you move abroad or stay in India? There are no one size fits all answer. If you want higher earnings, global exposure, and better lifestyle, then yes, moving abroad could be great for you. But if you value affordability, job growth, and comfort of home, India has massive potential too. At the end of the day, it's all about what matters most to you. So tell me, what's your take? Earn in India or move abroad? That's it from me. I'm Nikhil Verghese. Share this video and subscribe to learn how to make your finances less tricky with FinNiki.